I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have Mercury placed in the 8th house in our birth chart. So, what happens when Mercury is in the 8th, and before I get into all that good stuff, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings, so you can check those out at gebotheshaman.com down there. And so another thing that I do is I do Vedic astrology readings. I have the astrology certification course, and I also do some birth time rectification work too. So so let's get into Mercury in the 8th house. So what does it mean when we have Mercury in the 8th house? Well, we need to understand what Mercury means, then what the 8th house means, and then we'll come up with our own analysis. So what does Mercury mean? So Mercury is the planet of intelligence. Mercury is the planet of speech, of communication, of writing, and things like that. So yeah, it has to do with the internet and the intellect, because the thing that separates humans from other animals is our intellect. So we have these, we can communicate these very very detailed concepts and abstracts and all that, everything like that. So we can communicate and things like that, and that's what allows us to have the things that we have: the internet, the communications, the cell phone towers, things like that. So so that's pretty much what Mercury represents. And then we have the 8th house. So the 8th house is the house of birth, death, sex, transformation, sudden ups and downs, sudden gains and losses, sudden transformations. And yeah, it's all about change and transformation. The 8th house is all about it's about your shared assets. So 7th house would be your spouse, 8th house would be the shared assets with your spouse. So that's the 8th house. It also represents your relationship with your in-laws as well. What else? It represents shared assets, shared wealth, like joint assets, like a joint savings account or joint investment account, things like that. So then we have Mercury here. So Mercury in the 8th house is all about, it's the planet of communication in the sign of transformation. And the 8th house is also to do with the occult, the occult world, secrets, mysteries, things like that. It's traditionally ruled by the sign of Scorpio. So Scorpio is the 8th sign of the zodiac, ruling the 8th house, and it's traditionally ruled by Mars. But and then let's see here. So Mercury in the 8th house is, it's communication, it's intellect, it's analytical, things like that. And so in the 8th house, it basically goes in there and it learns about the occult. It learns dark, deep, secret mysteries about tantra and mantra and things like that, yantras, things like that. So it can learn very foreign concepts. It can learn with this placement you could easily learn about astrology. So astrology is one of those occult sciences, occult practices. And so with this placement you could learn astrology easy. So if you have this placement, you should check out my Vedic Astrology certification course. And in that course, if you pass the test, you can actually become a Vedic astrologer. Like, I'll give you your own website and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a great opportunity for you. And then what we have is so another thing that Mercury does is it learns about the occult, it learns about the secrets. It also can learn how to invest other people's money. So if you have this placement, that means that you could easily become a stockbroker. So 2nd house is traditionally your money, your savings account, and the opposite to that would be others' income, others' savings accounts, things like that. And so you could use those to actually gain an income. So what else can I say about this placement? Let's see. So it's it's your in-laws. So you might have a pretty good relationship with your in-laws. And yeah, Mercury is one of the communicative planets, so it's like you'll have a very talkative relationship with them, a good relationship with them. So yeah, it's pretty good. And then yeah, I mean that's pretty much. Let me see how I am on time. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much it for this one. It just, you gotta look at the things that Mercury represents, look at the 8th house. And this is also tricky because we don't have the additional information of the sign that's placed here. So if you're looking at your own birth chart, I've done a video on Mercury through all the 12 signs, so you can check that out. That might be helpful for you. And yeah, so it's just it's all about finding out more about this placement and about the sign that Mercury is in. Another thing that can affect this placement is the aspects. So any planetary aspects that are aspecting this. And yeah, so you gotta pretty much look at your entire chart to get a better feel for this position and what might be impacting it. So alright guys, so that does it for me. If you're interested in my Vedic Astrology certification course, everything is on sale right now at gebotheshaman.com. You can check that out. Also, I have my Vedic Astrology readings available. I have my career reading, my relationship reading, and my just my general reading that's included for everybody. And then we have the birth time rectification. So that's great for if you're just getting into astrology and you don't know your exact birth time. That this is great for that because You know, a lot of people don't have the accurate birth time. Even if your, you know, birth certificate says you're born at 8:17, or sorry, at 8:30, like, or 8:15, like those things. It's generally rounded to the nearest number. So, you know, if it says 8:30, it's usually like 8:28 or 8:29, 8:27. So, you know, it's really good to have the accurate birth time. And if you have no idea what time you're born at all, this is especially great for that. Because if you can narrow it down to the span of maybe a few hours, then I can help you. If it's like you just know that you were born on this day, well, that's more tricky. But if you have a window for me to go off of, that's easier. So then we have the distance energy healing. So, you know, a lot of people have been contacting me about this for their pets, for their dogs and cats and goldfish and I mean, just all kinds of things that this can be used for. So, the distance energy healing is great for not only humans but also animals. And then we have the career coaching and the life coaching. So, you know, if you're interested in that, that's a great opportunity. And, you know, a lot of people are just straggling and struggling in life. They have no idea what they're here for. And that's what causes depression a lot of times. So, you know, it's really hard to have a purpose in life when you are like have a, you know, a goal, a direction, when you don't even know what you want to do in life. So that's what my career consultations are for. So instead of sitting on the couch eating Cheetos all day, watching soap operas, you can actually have a goal and move towards that. So it's up to you though. Alright, so then we have the ritual magic courses and the Qigong courses. So Qigong courses, I would highly recommend these. These have done amazing things for me in regards to my health, in regards to my, well, physical health, psychological health, and emotional health. You know, so yeah, it's just a great great thing, great practices to be doing, and they fill you with energy, and it's amazing. I can't highly recommend it enough. So we have, if you are interested in those courses, go to patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman, and we will see you there. Alrighty guys, so that does it for me, and if you are liking this channel, then you can go ahead and subscribe please, and like the video and all that good stuff. And until next time, we will see you then. Peace.